Disable WerFault.exe on crashes for specific processes on Windows 10. Is it possible to have WerFault.exe not run when specific executables crash? I'm developing some software and, yes I know, it's hard to believe, it occasionally crashes, on purpose, and each time this happens it takes a few seconds for WerFault.exe to do whatever it wants. It seems I can turn off the whole service that supports this feature, but I'm happy for it to run on other parts of the system. So can I tell it to not worry about a certain subset of executables? Edit as requested by @mob. Here was my research. Google for disable WerFault.exe for specific processes Windows 10 and a few variations, wade through several pages of results, conclude that this information is not readily available, or I don't know the correct terminology to search for it, realize that there's an opportunity to capture this on Stack Exchange as a canonical example of the problem, helping me and others think a little more about how to phrase the problem. Consider whether to ask on Stack Overflow, superuser or server fault. Choose superuser seeing as this is likely a desktop computer administration issue, not a server one. Head over, ask question, get useful answer quickly. Thank author, vote and accept answer. Provide some more relevant information about a useful API I discovered for this in a comment on the accepted answer. Later, scratch head at why someone objects so strongly to my question. Spend time wondering whether I could really have offered some extra information to the question to help. Figure there's nothing to do but try it. So here it is. Edit 2. Actually, the above steps are now redundant. This question is now the #1 result on Google for my original search terms. I figure this achieves the 4th point from above.
You are experiencing Windows error reporting, which can be nice sometimes. You can absolutely configure it to not run for certain applications. The MSDN page WER settings documents that you can configure Windows error reporting for the entire machine or per user. Open regedit and add the following as a reg_sc, a string value. You might have to add the excluded applications key as well. Note, MSDN documents that you should use the where.excluded application function, rather than manually adding items to the Windows error reporting registry key, to have the excluded. I would use this if you want to create a .reg file.
Copy this into a .reg file and import it by doing a double click on it.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.